Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of our Distant Worlds Universe Let's Play. Episode 6 today, and as we saw at the end of last episode, we have a very big problem. Basically, the issue that we've got at the moment is that we have no colonizable planets. We've got one, so we've got one down here. So down here, this is a planet, so we can actually colonize this. We've got this set up already, all queued up. But the problem we've got, we actually had two over here, but this empire up here has basically denied us access to these colonies. Which means that if we allow them to do this, we are boxed in and we can't go anywhere else, which means that we're stuck on 4 colonies, which is nowhere near enough. And as longer the game goes on, we're just going to get overrun in terms of population and economy and all that kind of stuff. So I think what we're going to do, even though these guys are quite a bit stronger than us in terms of military at the moment, I think we don't really have a choice. We're going to have to fight them. We're going to have to take over this colony and colonize this planet over here. And then so that hopefully we can sort of move out into this area. Yeah, so we're going to be involved in quite an early war. I mean, we're 23 years into the game, but given sort of the state of the game, it will be quite an early war for us. It's not really what we'd planned. It's not really what we wanted. We're not prepared for it yet, but I think it's what we're going to have to do. So the plan is, at the moment, going to let the population on our home planet build up until around about 24.5 billion, so it shouldn't take too long to do that. Then we're going to tax our planet as heavily as we can. Then we're going to use the money from that. We should have a fair bit of money. We're going to build a biggest military that we possibly can as quickly as we can. Once we've done that, we're going to come over here, take over this colony, and if they colonize this one as well. So take over this area, and then we're going to sit back on the defensive. And if they throw stuff at us, we should be able to fight them off. And if things go particularly well, we may even move up here and start taking over a few of these planets up here. There's also this independent colony of humans that I would love to actually colonize. We can't at the moment, so we'd have to take a few planets around here to actually do that. But yeah, so that's the plan, guys. I'm just going to start running the game, get involved. So colony ship has been completed, so it's going to come down here, colonize this planet, which is good. So it's going to be our first colony outside our home system. Small freight under attack from a giant counter. Mining station under attack from a giant counter. There we go, that's pretty good. Interesting. Cool, alright. What I just thought we should do actually, jump in here, going into edits, stronger opponents, okay. So we're going to change these to all weapons. Basically we want them to be using all weapons all the time. So we don't want it, so that one's already done, so that's good. Energy research station, I have to change that as well. Otherwise they sort of let enemies get too close. And same with our defensive base. And then same with the 2 private bases. So it's already done, so that's good. Must have done that before. And so is that one, so that's good. Ah, cool. Awesome, so that's done. Get the game running, get everything moving, offer protection, no thank you. Yep, so who are these guys? Yes, these ones we're actually going to fight, so yep, interesting. Pirates secretly funded to attack an empire. No. Nope, we're going to say no. Yeah, that's a big blow, big blow, because if we actually could have gotten out here, we would have been okay, because there's actually no one that's really close to us. So we've actually sort of had a buffer around us if we've got these planets over here, so I think, yeah, we really have to take those planets one way or another. We're just going to have to throw everything we can at them. And I think we should be okay if we do it quick enough. Yeah, so actually trade sanctions imposed, so they're getting quite aggressive on us. So it's probably going to be war anyway, really, to be honest. If they're starting to do that, they're obviously sort of thinking about they're not very happy with us and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably going to happen anyway, and it's better that we do it on our terms than on theirs. So how's our population going? 24 billion, so it's not going to be too far away. So it's going to coincide pretty good with our actually running out of money, so I guess it works out relatively okay. Considering. Agent captured, that's a risk that we knew we would take, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. New leader, so we've got colony corruption reduction, positive, negative, oops, sorry about that, alarm on the phone. Negative colony happiness, that is a big blow, because now we will not be able to tax our homeworld as heavily as we could before. Do have plus 9% population growth, which is pretty good. Diplomacy, but that's okay, I don't really care about that. Alright, that's fine. Is what it is, roll with the punches, and all that kind of stuff. So, colonized, awesome. So, it's probably going to be quite difficult for you guys to see actually. I just sort of didn't really think about the colour, but yeah, it's been quite difficult for you guys to determine the names. Don't suppose we can actually change that now, can we? No, I don't think we can. Oh, that's fine. Cool. Cool, so we've had our colony down here. So here we go. So that's quite good. So it's a pretty decent planet, actually. First thing I'm going to do is queue up a planetary defense unit, garrison that, and also queue up a defensive base. So there we go. Cool. Offer protection, no. Territory map swap, yes. And territory map, yep. Cool. Cool. How's our population going? 24, nearly there. So trade sanctions imposed. Trade sanctions imposed. Why on earth are you trade sanctioning us? Why don't you like us? Just because you don't. So where are they? So they're the ones that just right up there. These guys are just over there. Not too much of a threat. That's fine. So they're these guys down here. It's probably because we're a little bit weak. Haven't built up our military. Well, we're not too bad actually, really, considering we're sort of still middling. And these ones aren't actually pulling away from us. So it's actually not too bad considering. So we're up around 2,000. So interesting. They obviously just don't like us. That's fine. We don't care, guys. We don't care. Cool. With our tyrannical empire, it's interesting. We've got a good reputation, so that's fine. All our exploration ships off exploring. Just going to check the explored systems. Yeah, so we explored basically everything around us. It's just this area out to the right where we haven't explored yet, so that's fine. Actually, I'm just going to think about, in terms of money, I was just thinking about scrapping our exploration ships. They cost us 10k, which it's not really a whole lot. No, we'll just leave it. We'll leave them until they self-explore this area, and then we'll get rid of them later on. But for now, that's fine. Construction ship complete. Leader has quite a new trait. Don't think that's one that we want. So labor-oriented. Yeah, negative 25% colony happiness. Oh, that sucks. It sucks, guys. We're not getting very good rolls in this game. That's fine. That's fine. Just positiveness. So, how's our population going? 24. Yep, close enough. Right. So, what have we got in terms of happiness? Plus 37. That's not very much at all. Bugger. All right. So we can probably put it up maybe at the 50. Even higher. We're going to actually put it as high as we possibly can. So plus 3. We're even going up to 57. Plus 2. Okay, we'll leave it there. So plus 2 happiness. 57% tax. So how much money have we got? 108 plus 108, which is actually not as much as I thought we would have had. That's fine. That's what we've got. It's what we can deal with. So this is where the Harkonish are. So they're out this way. Just interesting. Monetary gift, 8,000 credits. That's very generous. Thank you. We shall take it. All right. Once we build up just a little bit more money, we're going to build a ginormous fleet. Cool. Definitely can notice the difference playing on extreme. Like I would have thought if you're playing on a lower difficulty, we would have had quite a bit higher cash flow than what we've got. But yeah, it's fine. Cool. All right, that's definitely enough money. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in here, going to retrofit or design all of our ships which we haven't touched. So we're going to set up escort, frigates, and capital ships. Not going to have any escorts in our main fleet, so we're just going to leave, probably just going to leave our 15 ship home fleet. That's just going to be obviously our home defense fleet. Then we're going to build probably, I'm hoping to get maybe 2 full fleets and then an invasion fleet. I'm not sure they're going to have quite enough cash flow to do it, but we'll see. Yeah, all right, we'll see how that goes. All right, frigates first. So auto upgrade, then manually. Going to add in a hyperdrive, going to add in another reactor. Going to put on how much armor? So what's our maximum size? I think it's around, actually we're just going to save this for the moment. I'm going to jump in here so I can see what the maximum size of our ships are that we can build. 400. Yep, 400. And then it goes up to 500, but not for a while, so it's going to be too far away. So 400 is all that we can build at the moment, which is fine. We'll work around that. So, oops, not that one, this one. There we go. So we've got another 128 to go. So we are going to put on 100 armor, which doesn't. So armor doesn't take up a whole lot of room, so it's pretty good to actually chuck on a whole bunch of it. So imagine you put on 10 armor, which is 180 armor. Shields do take up a lot of room, however. So we're only going to put on 480 shields. May even take another shield component off if we don't have enough for weapons. Only on 56 firepower, which is definitely not enough. So what have we got? We've got 7 concussion missiles. Can you put on 5 blasters? Another 5 blasters. And some railguns. I think not that many. Alright, that takes us up to 152 firepower. So now if we put on HAB module life support, is there anything else we want? We don't want proximity arrays, so radar really. Don't think we want tractor beams or gravitron beams on our ships here. Well, given we've got some railguns, maybe we do. Maybe I've never really done this before. Maybe it would be worth putting 1 tractor beam per frigate. So then we could either, you can either push ships away if they're like a boarding fleet, we can actually keep them away, or we can push them closer because we've got sort of blasters or beam weapons and railguns, which are sort of shorter range weapons. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to put on 1 tractor beam. We are going to take off a few more missiles. So we're basically going to make our ships shorter range. And we're going to put on some railguns. So railguns are damaging as anything, but very short range. So we're basically going to max out on railguns now. So there we go, 397. And I'm just going to put on 3 more armor. So there we go. That's going to be just enough power too, so that's good. So we've got 165 power, 480 shields, 234 armor, 168 excess energy, and our weapons use 153, and shields only use 1.6, so that's going to be fine. So I think that's pretty good. So it's quite interesting to see how this goes. There we go. That's our frigates. Now we're going to put it into our capital ships. So it's obviously too big, and so we have to come in here and change it. Yep, so maximum is 400. So what have you put on? So you put on a huge amount of thrusters, which we don't want. Don't want thrusters, and too many fuel cells as well. We don't need that much fuel capacity. That should be fine. Alright, hyperdrive, and I think we'll leave that reactor as it is at the moment. Take off some concussion missiles. I think we're going to go run with the same plan that we did last time. We're going to make our capital ships. We have less firepower, but a hell of a lot more defenses. So basically they're going to soak up the armor, whereas the frigates are going to be a little bit more dealing out the armor. So I think we're actually going to put on 20 shields, which is 360 armor. And I think we're actually going to put on 600 shields. Sorry, 25 armor and now shields. So we need to fit on 5 at the moment. We're nearly at our limits. That's probably not really all that good, is it? Take off a few more engines. Missiles, reactors, HAB modules. Should we put on more shields or should we put on weapons? That's 720 shields, which is really quite a lot. Alright, we're going to take one off. 5 blasters, only 104. Only 104 firepower. Do have a lot of extra energy though, so can we actually take one of these off? We can just. But all we're going to be able to put on is shields. I'm not really sure that's actually worth putting on a whole lot more shields. Interesting. Maybe we'll try gravitron beams. Maybe what we'll do, so what's the range? It's only 150, so very short range. What I think we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a different design. So sorry this is taking a little while, guys, I'm just sort of thinking. Given that we're playing on extreme difficulty, we're sort of coming up against a war that we didn't really want to fight this early on, just sort of trying to think. Think what we're going to do, we're going to take off all of our missiles. So we're going to go for a different weapons build. We're going to leave on our blasters, we're going to put another reactor on. Now we're actually going to put on gravitron beams. So we're going to be able to fit on 4. This means that we're going to need to get very close to ships to use our gravitron beams, which is fine, which is also the reason that we're going to have quite a few defenses. So 600 shields, 432 armor. So we're probably going to take quite a bit of damage because we have to get close. But given we're going to have 4 gravitron beams and some blasters on there as well, I think that's going to be fine. We are going to take off another reactor though, we don't need it. There we go, it's only 106. So we've still got some more room. So we're going to put on, should we put on tractor beam to actually pull ships closer to us? And then we can use the gravitron beams. I think we're going to try that. And now we're just going to fill out with a few more blasters. There we go, and that's all good, and just 2 more units of armor. Alright guys, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but that's what we're going to go with. So there we go. So now we've got this, what we're going to do. So, maintenance. What do they cost in maintenance? They cost around 1,500 each in maintenance. So a fleet of 20. So 10 is going to cost around, what, 15,000, and then 30. So a full fleet's going to cost around probably 32,000 credits maintenance. We've got 94,000, so we can afford to build 2 full fleets, which will be 65,000 credits in maintenance, plus an invasion fleet, and then our armored units as well, which are quite expensive. Alright, that's going to work out well. So we're going to be able to build 2 full fleets, an invasion fleet and troops, and I think it's going to use up all of our money, but that's fine, we can deal with that. Alright, construction yards. What are we going to build? We are going to get 12 frigates, 8 capital ships. No. 13 frigates, 8 capital ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 frigates, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, ran out of money. Right, that's 5. We're going to wait for our money to build up then. So we're good. Monetary gift, 4,000 credits, thank you. Quite a bit of bonus income, which is quite good. Secretly funded to the Securans attacking another pirate faction, so we're going to keep that to ourselves. Just fine. Cool. Everything else is going okay, I think. I think I do. Alright, we should have a bit more money now. So where are we at? How many ships do we build on there? So sort by this, jump down here and put these in a new fleet. Second fleet has 15 ships, so we're going to need another 5 capital ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, not quite. New ship captain, that's fine. Won't worry too much about that. Pirates off a system map, no thank you. Exploration ship finished, it's all good. And build another capital ship, so that should be our full first fleet set up. There we go, put all these in the second fleet. Did I do that wrong? I must have done. No. 18 ships. Oh, it's up there. I was looking at the wrong one. Interesting. Alright, so what have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need actually another 2 more capital ships. Obviously, I can't count. Don't have enough money quite yet. So frigate's been completed. That's cool. Just going to put on stop so it takes them off automated. Now we can build our last 2 frigates or capital ships for this fleet. Jump in here, add them into the into our second fleet. There we go. Alright, so we've got 1 full fleet developed, or in building at least. So that's quite good. We're actually going to start building our armored forces, so they actually do take a little bit of a time to build. So I think we're going to go only going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're going to need more. 10. So we've got 10. I did that because we've actually got 2 planets to take over here now. So there is a possibility that they may have some troops on here. It's probably unlikely given their new colonies, but it is a possibility. Chromium discovered on one of our planets. That's good. And our colony, so that's quite good. After protection, no. Under attack from a space slug, we don't care. Cool. So once our money builds up again, we'll build our second fleet. Trade deal. Lift trade sanctions in exchange for a mining station, which is probably what they're annoyed about. No, we're going to say we reject it. Goodbye. So we must have a mining station in their territory somewhere, I suspect, or somewhere near them. Can't really see them though. Can't really see any. Interesting. Alright. Maybe they're just being annoying. If that's the case, that's fine. So first fleet, second fleet's nearly complete. I'm actually going to rename that to first fleet, otherwise it's going to get very confusing for me. So I'm just going to come in here. First fleet, there we go. No, we're not going to do that. We're actually, just as a little bit of flavor text, we're going to call this the first Imperial Fleet. There we go. As soon as we are playing as the Galactic Empire. That's fine. So holographic entertainment's finished. So that's an improvement to a module, so that's good. A bit more happiness. -1 happiness on our main planet. So actually going to have to drop our tax rate back down a little bit. There we go. That's good. Offer protection, no. Cool. So the first Imperial Fleet has finished. So it has 2892 firepower. So we have two of those. So we have around 6,000 firepower for each of those, plus an invasion fleet, say around 1,500 firepower. So we should definitely have more firepower than these guys. Well, they are building up quite quickly, so that's interesting. Cool. All right, so that's done. So we'll wait for our money to build up just a little bit more further, and then we'll build our second Imperial Fleet. Monetary gift, 742 credits. Thank you. We do have a troop general as well, which is quite good, and a ship captain. So I'm going to move you to one of our capital ships, which will put you on the. What can we put you on? We can put you on the Valiant Orbit. There we go, which is one of our capital ships. They should be pretty beefy. Probably, hopefully, not get taken down. So that's what we're going to do there. So we got 108,000 credits, which may be enough to build our first fleet. May just let it build up a little bit further. Population growth is now +4 for our leader, which is good. Alright, we're going to build up our second fleet. So, what do we got? You got frigates, so you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And not have enough money to build our capital ship, so we're going to just leave that for a little bit. So, how's the galaxy looking? So, it's getting very, very crowded at the moment, which is to be expected. Yeah, so it's actually quite interesting that being in this central spot has actually turned out to be a disadvantage. Just because we've ended up being hemmed in. Improved tractor beams, that's quite good. Improvement to existing components, that's also good. Means that we've got tractor beams on some of our ships as well, so that's going to be more effective there, so that's also very good. The Sol Enclave, so it's another human race. So they're up here. Oh, so this is this independent colony that's now turned into an empire. Fascinating. So I suspect that what we're going to do, once we take over these two planets, which is going to happen, I think we may even come up here and take these guys over. It's going to annoy the Empire up here to no end, but I think we sort of need to do that. And then that's going to be a launch pad for the rest of our campaign against these guys. So I think these guys are probably going to be the guys we're going to be fighting for the early portion of the game. I think we're sort of going to have to be I think one way or another they're going to attack us or we're going to attack them. It's just going to happen. So if we can get that as sort of a launching pad, that's going to be really good. So we're actually going to be very close to their planets, which means it's going to be very easy to sort of quickly take them over. Cool, that is very interesting. That's actually very good news for us. That's good. Some more credits. Monetary gift. Which is good. Good. Alright. Yeah, because I think everyone else is actually sort of, we've got a bit of a buffer between them. So there's sort of dead space all around here, which is good for us. It means that it's going to take a bit of time. It's less likely they're going to attack us. Yeah. So what about, where are you guys? They're all the way down there. Select unlikely hostiles. So we can't colonize there, which is fine. Is what it is. So I think we may have nearly enough money to build our capital ship. So how many do we need? We needed 7. 7 or 8? Bugger. Jump in here, put these guys into a new fleet so we can see how big. 13 ships, so we need 7 capital ships. Right. Capital ships, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And come in here and add them into our third fleet, which we are going to rename into the second. Take this out. There we go, second Imperial Fleet. Then once our money builds up a little bit further again, we are going to design some troop transports and build an invasion fleet. And then we're basically going to move out as quickly as we can. So how's our military strength? So we're at 4921, which is fine. Just pause that there. A bunch of our frigates have been completed for our second fleet, which is good. A few more credits. Cool, so how's our troops going? So getting a few in, probably half of them done, so that's pretty good. So it's going to work out in terms of timing quite well. So I probably think at the start of next episode, by the time we sort of get everything done, that's when we're going to move out and start our war with these guys. Nice. Protection, no. No. Alright, nearly got enough money. Definitely our cash flow is down though, so that's to be expected. Alright, so our second Imperial Fleet has been built. So we're going to jump in here. So we're actually up to 6199 military strength. They're up to 7,000, so we're going to be relatively close to them, which is quite good. So how are we in terms of everybody else? We're actually in we're actually in 4th now. And hopefully 3rd by the time if we can take over, destroy some of the military strength of the Brintal Minor Union. Yeah, so that's good. Alright. So the problem, the downside is we've used all of our cash flow. Colony ship completed, but you can't go anywhere, so you're just going to sit there. Unfortunately for you, you're just going to sit there until and so is the other one. Completed mission, that's fine. Yeah, so you're just going to sit there basically. Because unfortunately we don't have anywhere that you can go and colonize. Hopefully that will change once we've taken these over. Yeah. We also, because this is now an empire, we actually can't send our, when you've got an independent colony, you can send a colony ship to actually colonize it, but given this is an empire, we're not able to do that. Protection, no. Alright, so our money's built up quite a bit, so what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and design a troop transport. So, troop transport, there we go. Evade, yep, that's fine. Hyperdrive, a couple of reactors, troop compartment. So we can put troop capacity up at 1,000, I think. There we go. Fuel cells, probably just around the 390 should be fine. 3 life support, 3 hub modules. What else do we need? What else? Command center. Some thrusters, or engines and thrusters. Shields and armor, so we can put it up to 400, I think it still applies. So we are going to put on some armor and some shields. Probably won't really get used a whole lot, but I think just to be safer than sorry, it's better to do that. What else are we going to need? So we need a couple more last support hub module. There we go, it's fine. I think we're actually going to increase our troop capacity up to 1,500, so we don't need to build as many of them. Fuel capacity is fine, energy is fine, shields is fine. Everything else is pretty good. May actually throw on a few more engines if we can fit them on, which we can. Just so they actually get to planets quicker. So 20 cruise speed, 36 sprint, so that is pretty good really. I'm just going to call this our troop transport. There we go, save that. And then we're going to build a few more frigates as well to sort of be the escort for our invasion fleet. So we're going to build, I think we're going to build, probably only need 2. I'm actually going to build 3 troop transports. So we're going to build 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to build, that's 3. I think we're actually going to build then, if we can afford it, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite. Actually, just going to build 7. So once we get a little bit more money, we'll do that. Put down another one. System map. No thanks. Come on. -32. Bugger. That's all right. And they've actually built a 3rd one here. All right. Well, I mean, I suppose that's good because it means we're going to get 3 colonies. Yeah, so that's fine. It's good. We need a little bit more money, so what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and retrofit. Oh no, we can't. It's not work. Sorry, ignore that. A new discovery, and then just beacons. Try out to D6 down here. It's not too far away from us. Just interesting. So do we have any exploration ships in the area? Probably not really. Not that I can see anyway. Alright, that's fine. I'm just going to leave that. Offer protection. Ex-humans completed the Rusan technology, so basically better, quicker research. So we're going to lay down another frigate. There we go. Now we're going to come in here and build this as our first invasion fleet. To a new fleet, and then open the fleets, rename it to the there we go. And take them off automated. Once these are built, so once the troop transport's there, we're actually going to click on if our troops have finished. basically finished. How much have you got to go? You got a little bit to go. All right, we're just going to leave that for a little bit, and then once by the time our frigates are finished, we should be able to load our troops on there. Monetary gift, 158 credits. It's not amazing, but that's fine. We can deal with that. So now we've got negative cash flow, which is a little bit of a bummer, but to be expected. +1 population happiness, which is also to be expected. So this armoured unit's nearly finished. Once that's finished, we're just going to load on all of our armoured forces onto our troop transports. And then move out, which will be at the start of next episode. So that's done. So we're going to click on our invasion fleet and click on load troops. So we're up to 7,000 military strength. So we're at basically exactly the same as them. Given they've got a far bigger empire, they've got a lot more areas to defend. Don't think they're at war with anyone. No, they're not. That's fine. We should be able to take over these planets relatively okay. Yeah, because we can concentrate our forces and they can't. I actually want to take over this colony as well. This is an ocean world. Interesting. Mutual defense pact with the Ceretia. Where are they? Down there. You're not that strong, so I'm going to say no. Cool. Cool. So we've got 378k strength for our units, which is going to be okay, I think. Alright, so we're built, we're set up. So we've got our military built, we're out of money, so this is sort of a little bit of a make or break move. There's also another colony up here from the Harkonish, so it's going to be something we have to look at a little bit later. Yep. Alright guys, I'm going to put a pause in the video here. So next episode is going to be our first war, our first invasion. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes. I hope it goes okay. If it doesn't, we're going to be on the back foot for the rest of the game. But that's fine. I'm sure we'll find a way to come back from it even if it does and to go well. As usual, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to the channel and like the video. Every little bit helps and it would be enormously appreciated. So I hope to see you all soon for the next episode, and I hope you've all had a good day.